So guys, today we're back with the Honda CL70 that Jackson and I we drug it out of where it was hibernating for decades, got it to turn over, all that stuff, and now we've got it inside. We're going to continue its journey down the road to hopefully one day we get to ride it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with our Honda CL70 that, if you remember, we drug it out of the hole it's been living in for years, and now we're going to take another step closer to getting this thing back on the road. Yes, we are back at my buddy Bill's place. This is a Honda Z600. He's got pieces and parts for these things. It's pretty nuts. It's a pretty crazy car. Oh, and if you don't like that, you're more of a family car, this is the N600. It's kind of nuts. So last time we got the engine to turn, we didn't have spark. While I was gone, my buddy Bill pulled the carb off and cleaned it up a bit, and I think it's good to go on the inside. I think he cleaned up the inside too. Our focus today is how bad is this wiring, and does this coil work, or do we need to drop the engine so we can put a new coil on it? We will pull off this stator just so we can check the points in there, make sure everything's good. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to pull the seat and the tank back off just so that's out of our way. And we did pressure wash this thing again when I first got here, just to get a little cleaner than we did the last time. And it is considerably better. Each time, if it keeps getting better, we'll be okay. I'll set my carb over here too. And if we can get it cleaner and get it to work better, we'll be solid. So let's go ahead and pull this off just so I can check points, and then we'll see if we get spark. Okay, let's get this guy on. It's a 17, and when I put the 17 on, this thing was already loose. So it could be part of the ongoing previous owner before it was packed. Oh no, this whole thing is loose. Hold on, maybe Bill had it off. I haven't talked to him. So if you look here, the points don't look too bad. They don't, I mean, maybe a little, we'll clean them up a little bit. But the main thing I think that we're gonna have to handle is, this is the wire coming from the points, and look at it here. This is the one going to the coil, and I may check, see if I can find a multimeter. We may test to make sure that coil's good, and if not, it bolts right here, and the only way to get it out is to drop it. Unless we just see if I can find another coil on the out, and see if we can just stick it somewhere and see if we can get that to work. So that's kind of what we'll do. I'll clean up these points. We'll clean up these wires. I got to clean up this side anyway. Well, I've got to clean up this side anyway. This is the one that runs to my points. And then maybe I'll dig around and see if I can find a coil, a 6-volt coil. Okay, I went ahead and used a little wire brush and cleaned up these surfaces here. Cleaned up the points too, and I cleaned up this guy too to get all the rust off of it. So hopefully, if it does work, maybe it'll actually, if we can't get the points to work and the coil to work, hopefully it'll actually charge now. Oh, I did scavenge another 6-volt coil out of an old bike back that was right next to where this one came from. And we're going to check the wires first and then see if this works. If we don't get any results from that, or the results we want, we'll get some results. It may not be the results we want, but we'll get some results. So let's get to work on these guys, see if we can just shore up these wires a bit, and then see if we get any positive results. Okay, I think I've just made an executive decision. I mean, I can monkey around with these wires, which, based on this being pried up like this, somebody was trying to get to the coil. So I think I am gonna 2 bolts, a couple of bolts holding the exhaust on, and we just pull the engine off. we'll just drop it. That way we can check everything. We can check that. We can repair this here and clean it up really good and clean the engine really good and then go from there. That's what I think I'm going to do. So let's get busy taking this apart. The other thing is we have 0 other wiring harness. We don't have any other wires. So we're going to have to put wires that come in, and we're just going to have to everything's going to have to be repaired. So with that being said, let's just pull this engine. That way we can repair everything, make a list of what we need, and then let's start putting it back together. That's kind of contrary to the way I normally do things, but I really like this bike and I'd like to make it as pretty as what we can. And so let's just drop this engine. It's super simple, super easy. So let's get at it. Okay, let's go ahead and take off this back brace here for the exhaust. There we go, we'll keep these. Let's see, that should be, I have another one somewhere. Another one right here, I believe. Okay, this one is a 12 millimeter. This guy should be loose. The other thing I discovered, the bolts for here were already off and one is broken in the head. So we're doing the right thing by taking this off. Okay, starting on this back bottom one, it's a 14. I may need to put a wrench on the other side. I think I do. This is the one we're probably gonna have to take off the kickstand to get to this too. That's it. It's like I said, my wrench is trapped. It's just right in there. But I'm gonna have to loosen this up so that I can then pull that bolt out. So that's what we're gonna do. This kickstand just kind of comes off. So let me show you what that looks like. And I could get my wrench off if I fiddled with it, but I can just do this and get this guy out of the way enough so I can get this bolt out. Maybe we'll just get it out of the way completely so I can get that back engine mount off, and then I'll put this guy back on so we can have a kickstand to hold the bike up. There we go. And put this guy back down, and then we just got this guy up top. We'll put this 14 millimeter right here, and then we'll go on the other side and zip it off. Okay, I've got the wrench on the back side. Get this guy off of here. Okay, I screwed this guy back on just so I'd have something to tap. I'm gonna tap it all the way there. I'm gonna screw it back. Just until we get to the very end. I gotta be just about done. I don't want to go through because I gotta get down there to catch it. But right now, put all this right here. Okay, let's see what we can do. We'll try to support it with my feet. See if I can smack it out. Okay, here we go. All right, we're out. Oh, it should sit on that brake. Yeah, it does. Awesome. Coming down. Oh, that was good. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull the coil out now. A couple of these. This guy out. Come on, you. You can do it. Oh, good. I was unsure if we had a condenser back there, but now we can check this out. I wanted to make sure all the wires, if it's good, but make sure these wires weren't chewed through or anything. Maybe this coil, no? Yeah, we'll test it a little later. I'd like to see if I could repair this. See if I could clean this up a little bit so it's not all been out of shape. Somebody was trying to get down to that coil for sure and just destroyed that, which is a shame. But we do have this engine out. Okay, so you can see it where the stud is broken off right there. I'm gonna see if I can get a pair of vice grips, see if I can get that out. Hopefully I can with little trouble. Be nice. Maybe we'll spray it first. We still need to clean this engine up some more. Look, it still has some dirt daubers in here, and it's been pressure washed twice. I even turned it on its side to clean it. So once we go, maybe we'll just wind it off the bike. Maybe I'll be able to clean it up a little bit more with a wire brush, getting in there to get all this stuff nice and clean. It's just been sitting in that hole for so long. So let me see if I can get a pair of vice grips. Okay, I got a little coil. Just gonna spray right here. See if I can get these vice grips on it to be able to hopefully get it to turn. Not yet. I managed to squash it, but have just a little bit of it to grip. Come on. There we go. No, not doing what we'd like it to. I got a handful of options, so let's see if we got one that'll work. I don't like that. Well, we got options. I mean, I probably have a different head here. Probably have a different head here that we could put on. Let's see if I can find a torch. Maybe we can heat it up and then spray it and let it sit and then come at it again. Okay, I tried unsuccessfully 6 or 7 or 10 times, and guys, I don't let my wife watch me weld, so I'm not gonna let you guys watch me weld. It just didn't work. We've got other options, and we have other pieces and parts, so we may just end up taking the top end off and just putting a new one on. We've got a bunch of 70s that we can choose from, so that's not an issue. I'm not going to be that concerned over it. Okay, I went ahead and made a list for the CL70. Exhaust stud, we need to pull that out. Head, and if we can't get it out, then we'll just replace it, get a head and a gasket set so we can put it all back together. And if we do take it apart, we'll just refresh the whole top end, flush out the bottom end. Coil, condenser, wiring harness because we don't have any, ignition switch, a battery, tires, wheels, chain, cables, headlight, tail light, maybe fenders if we can find them, turn signals, petcock, and air filter, maybe some handlebars, and top triple tree and fork ears. Let me put those on the list. So yeah, guys, I know this is a pretty substantial list when you think about it, but most of the stuff is here already. We just have to go rummaging for it. Some of it will be used, some of it will be NOS stuff. Ideally, the most used stuff that we can find is great. I know that there are several 70 engines over there that I can pull the top end off of. I know that. I could walk out there right now and probably find 4 or 5. So I'm not concerned about that. That's not a big deal. Same thing, I could probably find some coil and condenser here, or we can get NOS stuff that we have. Wiring harness, we'll have to see what we can come up with. Ignition switch, I know we have some of that laying around. Tires, wheels, I know we have wheels laying around. We'll have to get a new chain. Cables, I know those are here. Headlight and taillight should be here. So it's just going through this list and really being able to dial in and put our hands on them, and then we can really start putting it back together. First thing will be next time we're on this to see if we can either try a little bit more to get the exhaust stud out, or just pull the top end apart and get to work putting a new one on. That would be, I think, probably be the easiest way to go, but I'll see what he wants to do, if he wants to wrestle with that exhaust stud. He can do it. Maybe he'll do it while I'm not here. But I think everything else, I think we'll be pretty good with. I think I'm going to take this guy home, see if I can de-rust the inside of it, clean it out really good, maybe pull these side covers off and maybe sand and give the outside a coat of paint before I come back, because then that'd be nice if we could put a nice looking tank on top of it. I think it'd be pretty cool. So we may do that. We may drag that thing home, sand this top down, and then clean out the inside, see if we can make it look a little better. Yeah, so we made some progress. It's different. It's not running, but it's different. We made some progress on the CL70, and we'll just keep plugging away at this, and then one day we'll end up with a running motorcycle. Okay, might as well give you guys a walk around this little Z600. And yes, this is the Sport Coupe. And you see it compared to the CL70 over there. The 70 is, let me put it right here so you can see. Okay, so there you have the CL70 in front of the Z600. It's not that much bigger. Probably carry the same amount of people on it. You know, so. But these are cool little bikes. This was the Coupe, or the Coupe, C-O-U-P-E. The back of it kind of sportier, fastback. Really, really kind of cool. Spare tire went back here. And then the N600 had more of a grocery getter. More of a, you know, hey, I'm going to the grocery store, I got to pick up stuff. That's this guy. They shared the same engine, so not a big difference. A 600 cc engine, look at this. Single carburetor right there. It looks a lot like a 450 carburetor. You see it right there, but from the top. It probably, I wonder if it shares that same bowl. I mean the little cover. Be interesting to find out. Yeah, kind of cool. Interesting little thing. Let me see if I can get around here. They're tiny too. They're little bitty. When you think here. And this one was the, you know, the family sedan. Let's see if it opens. No, maybe it's locked. Maybe it's locked. They're really cool. Really cool. Here, I'll let you look inside this one. This one doesn't have a whole bunch. It's got pieces and parts in it, but somebody put 34,000 miles on this thing. Red line, 6,000 RPMs. Yeah, kind of fun. Kind of fun. This is my dream car. I do want one of these. Look how small the wheels are. See, even these even have cooler door handles than the other one. Let's sit in here. Might as well. I've never sat in one, but now I'm oh, I didn't realize this. Hold on, stay with me. Look up here. Oh, I went you too far. Look up here. You got a room lamp, like we're in a room, a spotlight. So this is for this is for this, and that there. Oh, I need one of these. You could probably fit this thing in the back of the truck. Let me put you over here so I can see what I look like in this thing. Oh yeah, you could definitely fit this thing in the back of the truck. I think I need to get one of these. He's got all the, let me get out of here. He's got all the body panels and everything for it. For these. It's ridiculous. So maybe I have to hold that. Let me shut that air off. Pretty cool. I need to get one of these. So guys, I'd like to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.